Welcome back, Aces, to another X-Wing Battle Report. I'm Brian.
And I'm Matt. You've probably, if you're watching this, you've definitely seen the top of my head doing quote-unquote interesting maneuvers. Today we've got a video request from Ryan Pollock from the Cheernu vs. Brobots video. He wanted to see Blue Ace with Push to the Limit, Flachette Torpedoes, Munitions, Failsafe, R2-D6, and 3 Blue Squadron pilots. I want to say I really like this list in terms of fundamental composition. Had some good luck with it last night. This video doesn't really show its strengths, as you'll see here in a minute. The only thing I can say to tweak this would be to drop the Munitions failsafe for an integrated astromech. The extra hull point is definitely considerably better than not having to discard the Flachettes. There's an argument for taking weapons guidance over the Flachettes, but it does give you some flexibility if you get a chance to shoot them. So. Looks like we're well into the initial movement. My B-Wings, I fanned them out because I wanted to try and catch Echo and not just kind of stack up in the middle. Blue Ace, I wanted to get to the outside as kind of a flanker or kind of a backside poke.
Yeah, it's not a bad strategy. I kind of expected you to stick all of your guys in one corner and just fly them kind of as a mini swarm as you usually do, especially flying like 3 big attack dice ships like the B-Wings and the T-70s. I think having them spread that far apart and flanking out with Blue Ace was a little bit different than what you normally do.
Yeah, no, Blue Ace's ability to do a one turn with the boost is huge, and I think it gives him a lot of potential as an outflanker. Here you can see what in hindsight, I think is a big mistake. I should have gone with my gut and pushed the B-Wings 3 forward and maybe sacrificed the one that did the 3 bank. I think it would have had a better shot or chance on Echo here.
Yeah, I think splitting the B-Wings isn't a bad move when you get guarantee more dice when you're using stuff like fire control systems or accuracy correctors, just to make sure you can get a solid punch through. But when your dice fail you, they tend to fail you pretty hard.
Yeah, this is a lot of streaky dice this game, starting pretty much from my opening shots. So
we got Vader moving up, doing what he do best. I really like the Vader Juke build with accuracy corrector. It makes him really tanky, and he's almost always guaranteed to at least get 1 damage through, which really helps him out. And that extra survivability just guarantees that he's going to be lasting for a while. With engine upgrade, he's going to get behind the lines, and he's just going to be extremely persistent with all of his damage.
So there's the opening shots from Echo on Blue Ace. Brian rolled out and got 4 hits. I managed to dodge 1, fortunately, but I had to spend my focus token for it. So Blue Ace is now out of shields. Going to the Vader build, I also really like Juke with the advanced targeting computer. You have a little bit more potential for bigger upswing, especially with the Juke being able to poke a crit through, pretty much guaranteed. But you do lose on that consistency, and it is 1 point more expensive, which I know your build here is 100 points even. I don't think there's room to space that out.
Yeah, I think with the accuracy corrector, I think you're a lot better off with having rerolls on your attack dice, whether it's Lone Wolf or Predator. Getting the extra rerolls just to help get some extra damage in seems to work a lot better for me anyway. And I think accuracy corrector is a lot better with Juke.
Yeah, so you can see me having to make some tough choices here. Either range 3 and a range 2 shot at Vader, or range 2 and a range 2 through a rock shot on Zeta Leader. I went with Zeta Leader because he had fewer tokens, fewer hull to chew through if I can sneak in an early crit. Managed to do 1 damage out of the 6 dice. I got the B-Wing moving up to try and put some pressure on Echo right away. Wasn't sure what Echo was going to do. I was expecting a K-turn possibly. And this barrel roll here, in retrospect, was a mistake. I didn't think Vader was going to do this 3 bank here. I expected him to go forward or bank to the left. If it would have been those two, he would have been caught directly in between. But instead, you'll see he does this beautiful 3 bank, which prevents one of my guys from shooting.
Yeah, I kind of expected both of those guys to do a to do their little 2K, and I thought about the 4K with Vader, and I don't think it would have been a bad choice. He certainly had a good block on it for there if I would have gone with that. And then thought about cutting Zeta Leader to the left with one hard turn just to pull some extra damage, but I wanted to pull off that evade token, try to make more use of his ability, and after seeing, I kind of expected Blue Ace to kind of be off there and try to poke some shots at him with Zeta.
Yeah, so you can see on the top of the screen with Leader's ability, or Blue Ace's ability. I was able to 3-bank out and then cut back in, which outside of the K turn prevents Echo from shooting at him and lines him up really nicely for this next turn. You can see me kind of gesturing furtively with what I thought Vader was going to do, but Brian did the right choice and did that 3-bank. Also, that it was pretty close too. It would have been a very close bump if it would have been a little bit more on the inside. And here we see me rolling too many dice for some reason. I don't know why. Because I don't think that's a range 3 shot
really,
at all.
Doesn't really matter.
You can roll as many dice as you want as long as they're blanks.
Yeah.
And again, rolling 3 dice in it, or an extra die, and apparently it not mattering. So
certainly not to Echo's 5 dice.
And
range 3 Zeta shot.
Sneaking a damage in, stripping off my big thing here is stripping off the focus token.
Yeah.
Because it would have been some damage in, but
Zeta pulling off his token, and
Brian for some reason thinking that he shouldn't spend that evade token. I don't know why, but
I either take a crit on him or I save the token for next round and have a focus evade, still get Juke. I mean, it's always a choice whenever I want to pull evade token off of Zeta, whether or not I'm gonna want to just tank the damage or keep his ability to be as offensive as possible.
Yeah, so you can see the B-Wing turned to the right, just with the angle from the previous maneuver. I was going to land on that asteroid if I would have K-turned. Really wish I would have had the chance to K-turn there, get some extra shots in, but necessity of the maneuver, I couldn't risk the damage.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm very used to this list that I'm flying today, and
oh, you fly it exceptionally. You're probably one of the best Echo pilots I've ever had the misfortune of flying way too many times. And again, you see the power of Blue Ace coming off of that PTL turn, flying forward 3, and basically just sliding into position.
Yeah, I really like Push the Limit Blue Ace. He's really solid. He just gets wherever he wants to be, and he's almost always going to be in the right direction.
You can just fly this beautiful, 3.5-inch speed box around people.
Yeah.
I thought I had a really good line on Zeta Leader here, but you'll see the power of bad dice at the best of times.
You got Echo focusing up, squaring off against that B-Wing. He ain't scared.
No, the B-Wing that turned to the outside did grab a target lock on Echo. I knew I wasn't going to get shots, and the other B-Wing I knew was going to be at range 1. Much tastier target, so I figured I could grab that target lock there for later use. And there you see the accuracy corrector turning into 2 hits, leading to a damage on Blue Ace. A little bit of a happy circumstance there, only 1 damage in from that range 1 Echo. You don't see that too often.
Small miracles.
Small miracles. And range 1, rolling 0 hits. Into Zeta Leader. I think I kind of resigned that B-Wing to its fate of getting slowly killed by Echo there. Here's a attempt to get a range 1 shot on Echo and or bump off of the D-Cloak. Blue Ace here is in kind of a bad position because the TIE-FO on the top can sloop, so I wasn't going to be able to boost out of arc, especially with that B-Wing there. My one chance might have been inside right. I was a little bit closer to Vader than I wanted, otherwise my plan was to hard turn, boost right, but Vader was in the way. So I just focus up and hope to get some shots next turn. And there's the sloop that I called, which, like I said, couldn't escape.
Echo being a phantom with his one hard turn.
God, I love that ship.
Vader going for a bump. Yep, right there. That's alright. Vader doesn't really care at this point.
And here's where I thought I had some pretty good lines. I had range 1 on Echo, range 2 or 3 from Blue Ace. Huge bit of luck here. I think the best thing that's happened to me this game is that B-Wing just didn't die right away. But I think Zeta Leader picks up the kill pretty quick.
Yep.
Oh no, you blinked your dice though, that's right.
Yep.
So there's 2 hits from that range 3. Ace, force you to spend a token, but no damage through. And looks like range 3 into Zeta Leader with no hits. Do a total of 3 here onto Echo. Is really excited, but the 4 evade dice and 2 focus just ruined my day there. So let's talk about Phantoms for a second. I know when they first released, there was a huge amount of hype with the Cloaking ability and the 4 attack dice, and they all but vanished. And you're one of the few people that plays Echo, and you play it very well. So, what's your draw to Echo that everybody else has apparently neglected?
Juke kind of turns off Phantoms. I don't think a lot of people will throw Recon specialists on him. I've seen him a lot with Gunner, which isn't bad, but Gunner fire control is just really expensive on an already expensive platform, and Echo gets a lot of use out of the Recon specialist. Having 2 focus is just huge. Echo's rarely going to have 2 or more things staring at him. So having 2 focus for both of your defenses, or 1 for the offense, and if one ship can see you, having an extra focus with the amount of dice that you get is just huge. And there is a strong learning curve to flying Phantoms correctly, and Echo's easily the hardest. I mean, I can't tell you how many games I've played with them, easily in the hundreds. And I've made a lot of mistakes with them too. You always ram on asteroids with them, but after you learn them, it's a really solid platform.
Yeah, so you can see kind of the box out here. Echo cut in, changing targets. Vader scrambling out with that K turn. Zeta Leader picks up an easy kill on Blue Ace. And here's 5 hits. If you watch carefully, you can watch me throw all of my shield tokens into the next room from that beautiful shot. Sorry, Vader picked up the kill on Blue Leader. Yeah. And here I am throwing different colored dice for no reason. And
another
B-Wing This is donezo. So, it was a short game, it was fun.
Just another testament to bad dice.
Yeah, no, and like I said, I really like the 3Z platform with Blue Ace. I think I'm going to start working Blue Ace into more of my list. I really want to see him with Poe and maybe a Red Squadron vet. So,
yeah, no, great suggestion. Thanks a lot to Ryan. And if you guys have a suggestion, be sure to put it in the comments. And be sure to hit that like button.
Make sure you subscribe.
And make sure you subscribe. All right, thanks, guys.